New York, and on the new Hot 97 app. Ebro in the morning. On Hot 97.
Ebro in the morning. Lord Styles, Rosenberg, give it up. Uncle Murda's on the program.
Murda.
Fresh off a tour with Janet Jackson and 50 Cent.
Definitely.
That's what the paper says. Tell me how you was on tour with Janet Jackson.
Well, shout out, courtesy of 50 Cent, definitely with the unit. Shout out to my guy Yayo too. But all I know is I got the call. We was going to Australia and New Zealand. And then I didn't know if nobody else was gonna be there. None of that. I thought it was just us doing our G-Unit tour again. And then when we got there, we found out Janet Jackson was on the bill. I was like, whoa, I'm going to catch a couple of fronts for the gram for this one. You know what I mean? But, I just thought that was amazing. But you had other people there, too. Jason Derulo, Black Eyed Peas.
So this was a festival?
Yeah. It was kind of
like
big
a festival tour.
there.
Wait, so did you get to meet and have conversation with Janet?
I was actually next to her a couple times. I didn't really get to
kept
let
your
her know I
mouth
was
nice
Uncle
and
Murda.
quiet.
Yeah, I was definitely cool.
All that shit
I said,
you be
let me
talking
just,
about K. Michelle. You
Yeah,
wasn't finna do
I
that.
wasn't doing none of that with Janet. Nah. She was not getting the K. Michelle treatment. I said, let me be real cool around Janet. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brandy. She was cool too, man.
So wait, why do you continue to talk about K. Michelle's vagina in public?
Shout out to K. Michelle. But
Why?
I'm just I didn't like the thing that she put up about Tekashi. Like, she's happy he's coming home, and I thought that was kind of whack when I saw her do that this time around.
So was it? I didn't see it, but I'm assuming it's under the guise of nobody want to see anybody in jail, even though he did something stupid. She don't agree.
Yeah, but she was just like, yo, I don't care that he didn't snitch on me. I'm happy he's coming home. It was like that. So I thought that was kind of weak. Because, I actually know people that's locked up behind the corny shit that Tekashi did. So I just thought that was
it's
weak.
personal for you.
And then me and her don't really kind of like each other anyway. So
And why don't y'all, remind me again?
I mean, it's my fault. So I'm not going to sit here and act like she did.
You own that it is your fault.
Yeah.
I like K. Michelle a lot. I'm sure she meant it in a positive way.
Mostly.
I mean, shout out to Mariah Carey. I did a record with her. We could go on to something else besides K. Michelle. You know what I mean?
But also, 50, your man 50 appeared cool with Tekashi before Tekashi went away.
I mean, yeah, before, there's a lot of people that was cool with certain people before they ratted. Then once you rat, it's over, ties.
Has 50 renounced his friendliness with Tekashi?
I would believe so. I would definitely believe so.
I'm not always up on 50 shenanigans.
Now,
There's so
I'm
many.
perplexed why anybody is surprised. See, that's... So now
I'm not surprised.
Now me and you done talked about
Definitely.
this.
Me and you have a lot of talks off air.
I'll call him and be like,
Definitely.
the fuck is going on out here?
Definitely.
I'm not out here.
Definitely.
But I know the rules.
Definitely.
The fuck is going on? And I done called you.
Plenty. We have a whole bunch of different conversations.
So
definitely.
everybody in the city was already mad at me for not supporting from early. But none of it added up to me to something that seemed like it was going to end the right way.
Definitely.
So now why is everybody so upset that this person who was perpetuating a lifestyle he was not a part of has now become the person that we knew that he was?
Yeah, I don't know. I think people just got caught up and they brought into the whole thing for a minute. But I'm definitely not surprised. Like, it don't come off as a surprise to me. But I just say more of a disappointment than definitely when you know people that's caught up in it because of him. Is just like, damn, I really feel bad for them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for holding this suck-ass nigga down, they really got to do a bunch of years and, behind
So
the
now
wall.
let's take it a step further. Now that people have seen this play out in a short order, 24 months.
Definitely.
All right? Do you believe from your interactions with individuals that are trying to navigate a path, getting out of neighborhoods and getting out of the world that they were born into often, and trying to find a path to use music or something else to change their life, do you believe people have learned from this?
I hope so.
So you're not sure?
I'm not sure because, somebody might fall into the same trap again. They might feel like, you know what, yo, go ahead, turn up, we got you. And the artist might not be like that. So, but I think people woke up a little bit behind the whole Tekashi thing.
Because there's a whole Brooklyn movement.
Definitely
of
going on
amazing
right
young
now. Definitely.
dudes that are doing great music.
And fortunately, a lot of the new Brooklyn talent, they really, not to promote that though, but they kind of about certain things that they talking about. They ain't.
But well, that's my point. My point is, but do we think that they'll be smarter and in how they go about moving away from the old lifestyle?
I hope so. Sometimes people got to go through their own experiences with this, and they got to, they got to go through it to know what not to do or what's going to eventually stop the bad.
Because they're not listening, so
exactly.
they got to go
Sometimes
ahead and
they
get
got to
burned.
go through it on their own, as everybody did sometimes. So, sometimes you hear stuff from the older heads or you get your little advice, but you got to feel it yourself sometimes to go, you know what, I ain't doing that no more. And hopefully that mistake you made ain't, costing you a whole lot.
Do you reach out to any of these new artists in Brooklyn? Do you have relationships with
But
them?
I rock with Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. They part of the
Nice.
whole crew. They part of the family.
That
so.
Sleepy Hollow Chef G record is...
Yeah, they out here moving
That's
right
a
now.
fire
So they
joint.
part of the fam. Me and Lil TJ is good. That's
Yep.
the homie right there. Me and Pop Smoke vibed out too. I ain't really get to kick it with Fabio yet, but that's a few that I do kick it with. Shout out to Flip De Niro. That's my guy
Yeah,
too.
he
I missed
seems
him
like
on the
he's
wrap
moving
up.
right.
I had to let him know I missed him. So shout out to Flip De Niro. That's my guy right there.
What are your favorite parts of the wrap up this year? What were the most, besides the Tekashi, which I'll be honest, I mean, from a time
You spent
you spent a long time.
a lot of time on Tekashi.
We could have knocked that song down to 7 minutes.
It only was about 20 seconds.
No.
But you kept going
It was
back
20
to it.
seconds.
You kept going back
I
to
might
it.
have doubled back on him a little bit.
You doubled back.
I doubled back on him a little bit.
But what else did you, besides that, what was really important for you to hit?
I really wanted to highlight what Oprah be doing a little bit. I felt like that was like a little left field for me. And when it came to my attention, I'm like, yeah, Oprah got to start doing a little better.
People are very anti-Oprah right now. I've
Yeah,
never seen.
so-
Now,
I
when did
wonder-
this start? Because it feels like it's recent. Like it feels like in the last 6 months, as Rosenberg just put it, the anti-Oprah.
I think from when you try to, what she did with Michael Jackson, and then now she coming for like Russell Simmons. And look, granted, I get it, but we got some other figures out there, like, the Harvey Weinsteins, the Charlie Sheens, that did certain things. You could also highlight their story too. Don't just be coming for, the people of color that was in position and just keep destroying them
So
every
it's based
chance
on
you
the
get.
fact that she's a black woman and she's coming after other black folks.
Yeah, it's like, why are you
And
doing
it
that
feels
to the guys?
I think the extra part is that she used to be very close with Harvey Weinstein.
Because I think that's the problem that people have.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
people get upset. I think that they see photos of her hugging Harvey
Yes.
Weinstein.
And Donald Trump. I seen
Yes.
that moving around.
Definitely, yeah.
But I mean, she's a
Bruh,
I mean, the
she's
Trump-
been famous and
Yeah.
rich forever.
A lot of celebrities have photos with Trump, but the Harvey Weinstein one is the one that really got
because they
me
did
on
movies.
water.
Like he
that's-
financed movies, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, like that. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like they were. She obviously didn't know, presumably, the horrible things that he was doing. He
Right,
wasn't
right,
trying
right,
that to
right.
Oprah. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I'm not close
Or
enough
was
to
he
it.
trying that to Oprah? How you know?
Yeah, you're right.
don't,
I
we
don't
don't.
know.
We don't know.
So yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't know, man. It seems like a wild time that Oprah is. It just seems like a weird person to be
Well,
catching.
I think there's a piece in there where there is even in the presidential run where you see like what's Tom Steyer or Bloomberg popping up saying they want to run for president. I noticed a lot of the billionaires catch heat because the divide, right? People aren't making more money. And so you're seeing these individuals who have been making money for a long time continue to make more and more money. At a certain point, whether you're black or even in white spaces, it's like, yo, fuck this
Enough,
dude.
enough is enough now.
well, people
with
were
this,
ready,
man.
as evidenced by people being ready to come for Hove.
Yeah.
People were ready to come for Hove the
I
first
had
second
to
they got.
speak on that in there too as well.
How did you?
hold up.
What was your line? Yeah. How did you call it? On
It
that?
was like Kaepernick still ain't got a job, shit crazy, and now the NFL doing business with Jay-Z. When that story came out, people was mad as shit. Like, Jay doing what with who? I'm with Kaepernick. He in it for the money. Jay in it to help out. Let's see what the plan is before we call him a sellout. So it was just like,
you're with us.
give
Yeah,
him-
that's
like,
our-
give
that's
him-
ours,
Let's
that's
see
ours.
how it go first before we, try to beat Jay down first. Because
Well, the
so
other
far
thing
he been
is-
doing good things for
lot of people.
the community and people that been jammed up. So let's give him that benefit of the doubt. Not to mention he gave me a 6-figure check when I first got in the music business, so he always get that pass for me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, the other thing is too, I think people with the Jay-Z thing, Jay-Z and Kaepernick are not the same type of individual.
Definitely.
And to expect that they're going to align when it comes to money and business, I think is a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But do I believe that Jay-Z working with the NFL hurt Colin Kaepernick? I think in some way, but I think in Jay-Z's mind, he was thinking he could help.
I can fix
Definitely.
this. I can fix
You
this.
know what I
Definitely.
mean? So-
it's like I'm kind of playing off of what Kaepernick already started, and now let's make this make sense.
Right.
Like he started
Because
the
the
fight,
other
now
part
I'm
of it
finish
is
it a
even
little
right
bit.
now, you got how many black quarterbacks doing well in the NFL
Definitely
that
a
may
lot
be
right
confronted
now.
with some controversies later on.
Definitely.
Right? And you're going to need a relationship deep inside the NFL to protect these individuals because I don't see the NFL's culture of the ownership culture changing anytime soon.
Fun thing to think about. What would happen if this weekend during the NFL playoffs, all the starting black quarterbacks took a knee?
That would be dope.
Like if Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I would love to include all the white ones, but let's just be realistic. What would happen? Like no one's moving on from Lamar Jackson. Like
Definitely
no
not.
one's moving away.
Nor
Or
Russell
Patrick Mahomes.
Simmons or Patrick Mahomes.
Like it's
a great pipe dream.
Yeah, that would be
It's a
super
huge-
powerful.
But it's not happening.
Amazing. It's amazing.
No, it's not happening.
It's not gonna happen.
Nah.
Salute the Cap, and we still with Cap over here too, man.
So I feel like in the wrap up, you took a shot at the Bronx.
I love the Bronx.
But did
the-
you
but
throw
the-
shade at the Bronx?
Definitely not. I don't need my song hitting me silly. You know what I mean? Definitely. Shout out to my song. But nah, man. It was just the Bronx was doing a lot this year. They was doing a lot.
Give
Between
us
the
tell
little
us. Recap.
little girl
Lying about the
lying
abduction.
about that, had us feeling bad like Jussie Smollett. You know what I mean? That's why I had to mention that in there too. So it was just between that and then the end of the year off with the train thing, with the guy on the train and
right.
it wound up being from the Bronx, and homie was in the Bronx and all that. It was just like, they was doing a lot. But Cardi B got the Grammy. I got that too.
Yeah.
But on some knucklehead time, they was doing a lot.
I mean, that's just the Bronx.
Now, yeah, that's the Bronx for you, yeah. But
Yeah.
they was doing a lot this year, man. So I had to get the Bronx. But I love the Bronx. They actually showed me a lot of love, man.
Now, there's always been a Brooklyn and the Bronx thing, though.
You know what it was? Because it's kind of similar. You know, the Bronx is just known for being grimy as well. That's one of them grimy neighborhoods. You know, it's kind of up to no good in the Bronx. Like, kind of like Brooklyn. So,
Right.
Yeah.
How do you like how Brooklyn has changed, though?
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad because you still got your hood parts. You still got the parts where you ain't got no business over there. But then it's good to see the hood clean up a little bit, man. That's good. I'm not mad at change.
Right.
Sometimes you just gotta know how to adapt. You know, make some people hustle harder too.
The Bobby Shmurda mentioned in the song, you said, Bobby Shmurda comes home this year.
He
gonna
needs to be celebrated.
Celebrate, yeah.
Yeah, because when you hear about guys like 6ix9ine still getting a $10 million deal after he done rally, so many things they was planning for him when he come home. I feel like Bobby Shmurda need to be that guy that's getting celebrated. He need to be getting a situation right now, knowing that he's about to come home. I feel like let's celebrate that because what he did was stand up. He
took
could have got
extra
less
time.
time. He took extra time to see his men get less time so they could come home around the same time and get back to what they was doing. So
Have you kept in touch with his team?
one of my guys is real close with Bobby. So I actually be speaking to Bobby and Rowdy here and there. Like Bobby spoke to them about 8 months ago or something like that. Yeah, definitely.
And it's interesting because outside of the things that the 6ix9ine trial was even about, he has things attached to his brand that are straight up bad, no matter how you cut it. The stuff with the girl, there's some bad stuff in there.
Prior to him being
Prior to this, the story of the underage girl on tape is a horrible story. It's more alarming than anything else to me of any of this stuff. Bobby, from a moral standpoint, I don't know that Bobby ever did anything bad, honestly. You know what I mean? He was around things and got
Definitely.
caught in a situation that was not good. We don't know that Bobby himself ever really did anything morally wrong, and he stood up for his friends.
homie, definitely, for
You know what I
Rowdy,
mean? There's a
for
chance
Rowdy.
he's a guy who's never really committed a crime, who's just been sitting in jail for his people.
That's why we need to celebrate Bobby when he come home.
And by the way, and Tekashi 6ix9ine doesn't have one song even close to resembling how
Not
dope
the
Bobby's
magnitude.
single was.
Not the magnitude.
And how good it was musically.
Not the
That
magnitude.
record was fire. Still is.
I mean, look.
Let's put something together at the station for
Oh, no,
Bobby,
there's gonna
man.
be a
Let's
moment.
Make it, need y'all to make
I
that
talk,
big
I
for
talked to
Bobby.
Mama Shmurda.
All right,
you know what I mean?
cool.
I've been on the phone with Bobby.
Yeah, that
but
moment-
it
Definitely.
is about, and as you know, and artists know, it's about making the records, and
Definitely.
so making sure that the records are ready for him. And he told me
He
he's
got a
been
good
writing.
relationship with the Migos.
Yeah,
thing, so
he
I'm
been
pretty sure
writing,
they
he
gonna
been
make sure
doing
they
his
get
thing.
my boy right.
Yeah.
They gonna get him right. They gonna get him right.
Do you see yourself collabing with any of the younger artists?
Well, I already got a couple records with Lil TJ.
Right.
I got some joints with him. Of course, I love the young talent right now, so I definitely see me working with the young homies, the Pop Smokes, the Smooth L's. Of course, Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, and the whole gang. But I love the young talent and what
Now,
they're doing.
this says you're using this year-end wrap-up to springboard into Don't Come Outside Volume 2, it says here.
Oh, yeah, that's dropping Friday. That's the project right there. It's dropping Friday.
And that has a little TJ on it.
Not that one. I didn't put him on this project because I actually got a project coming out right after that where I got a whole bunch of other records. But this project right here is featuring Jada Kiss, Derez Deshawn, Dave V, Styles P, Conway, Benny the Butcher.
Oof, you got some heat rocks on
Yeah, Q Benz, Aviator Keys. So yeah, this is like to beat the streets up for real.
Now, you tried to change your name at some point. I want to go back to that because that was a failed. That was failed. That was a failed
Definitely,
attempt.
you know what?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
that
gonna lie.
was-
And Ebro always told me it don't make no sense, man. Stick it out. I'm not gonna lie. Ebro's one of the guys that say, stick it out with Uncle Murda. You got a lot more to do with that name. I don't think you gave it your all with that name yet.
Well, because my thing with you from the beginning was your name's Uncle Murda. Stop trying to be friendly. Stop trying to make friendly radio records.
Definitely.
And now, fortunately, with streaming and the popularity of street rap in streaming with Griselda and all of this other
Shout out
real,
to them. Definitely.
yeah, they've really,
Definitely.
held that, which allows an individual like you
me
to get on
come
a
right on,
grimy
yeah,
ass beat.
Definitely.
and murder,
talk my
death, kill.
talk. Definitely. So
Because
now
I'll
I
tell you
get
that name change, that attempted name
What
Yeah, I
was-
change.
tried
your
one
name?
time
What's your
with
name?
Uncle
What's your-
M. I tried it. That didn't really work too much.
Yeah.
And that was Lenny Grant. You know, that's just my name.
Yeah.
But even with that,
I
you
felt
know,
like you was gonna put out an R&B album or something. I didn't know what you was gonna be doing. Like I didn't know if you was got your shirt open on the cover.
what was
I didn't
going
know
on
what
with
was
this Lenny
going
Grant
on.
thing. You know, it helps me though a little bit with that because even like I got some things in the work. Like shout out to my boy Cisco. He got
Thong
rights-
Song Cisco.
No, not that
Come
Cisco,
on,
man.
man. I mean, they're
Oh,
friends from
man.
the tour, of course, but that's different.
I didn't know
Yeah.
if Drew Hill was out there with Janet. I didn't know what y'all had
he
going
was
on.
out
Was
there
there?
too. Shout out to Cisco. He was out there.
Different Cisco.
There's a different
Lenny
Cisco.
Grant and the
dog.
Dragon was getting it going.
But we
you know?
actually working on the soundtrack to because he got the rights and the partners with the late Aaron Hernandez that played for the Patriots. So we actually working on the soundtrack for that. Actually putting some movie things together with that. So it helps when you say certain things like Lenny Grant to certain people that you're trying to do business with.
Oh, for sure. You
It
should be
helps.
Lenny
So,
Grant.
yeah,
and
it
that's
helps
fine.
over
That's
there.
fine.
Yeah, it
Not
helps.
in the rap part.
It helps. Yeah.
Now, the Aaron Hernandez, Rosenberg, you and you, Laura, were listening to the podcast.
Well, no, we were discussing the podcast.
Got
I
it.
haven't heard it yet.
Yeah,
but
it's a very,
Rosenberg's very invested.
it's an intriguing story.
So wait now. So now there's a podcast. His family's putting out books.
His
too.
brother's putting out a book.
And
And my partner Cisco, he actually is dealing with his wife. They got the estate, so they're actually working on putting some movie together behind it with his wife. And yeah, I'm working on the soundtrack as well as.
so there's a lot of other businesses around that
there's a lot
story
of
to help
things
feed the
going on.
family. I'm
Definitely,
sure.
of course.
Wow. Uncle Murda's new project, Don't Come Outside, Volume 2.
Drop Friday, January 10th.
That's right. I'm trying to think. We talked about K. Michelle's vagina and why you keep on that.
We covered that.
Stop
I feel
bringing
we
it up.
covered that as best
Yeah,
we
let's
could.
leave her alone, right, Lovey? Thank
Stop.
you.
My man,
Leave her alone.
you
too.
start the song
You
with the
too.
girl. The song just came out.
I know people was going
crazy,
to like,
it's
why?
crazy,
It's shit
shit
crazy.
crazy.
There you go.
Y'all give it up, Uncle Murda. Get that new project,
Yeah,
man. Let's
Uncle
run that
Ed.
rap
Whoa. No, Uncle Murda, man.
sorry.
Uncle Murda, man.
up. Yo, and shout to Skills, man. Y'all got a collab, man. What's
No.
going on?
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I wish
man.
it would.
Yeah,
I love you
but-
both.
You're open to it.
Huh? I don't mind, man. I'm not mad at Skills, man. He might not like me, but I'm cool with him.
I mean, you
know what
stole
mean?
his whole shit, bro.
I'm from Brooklyn, Ebro.
It's not that he meant to do it. It just happened.
Shit happens, man.